You ever feel the need to have something playing in the background so you can focus? Or you ever check your phone constantly, feeling anxious the longer you don't have your phone on you? If so, there's a good chance you aren't alone, but I, the most gorgeous man to ever live, can solve that for you. But first, we need to identify what the cause of this issue actually is, and believe it or not, it really is that damn phone. In the past 5 years or so, we've seen a change in direction for just about every single major social media app out there. All of them switching to the same short form format. But where did this all actually come from? In 2014, the app Musical.ly released and took the world by storm with its trendy songs and dances I'm pretty sure anyone born in the 2000s recognizes, as well as capturing some weird trends. Like, seriously, bro, while I was writing this, I just remembered how dangerous some of these challenges actually are. Kylie Jenner lip challenge, Sultan Ice challenge, fire challenge. Anyways, the way the app worked was pretty similar to how most apps like TikTok work now. You scroll through randomly selected videos with a maximum limit of 1 minute. Now this app was super addicting, and as to why I'll get into later, but the app was bought by ByteDance,
Evil, stupid company that hate with every fiber of my body.
and Musical.ly would be taken down and replaced with TikTok. Now, at first, no one really liked TikTok since it was mostly just the app cringy band kids and old people used that everyone didn't like. And it didn't help that it was a result of one of their favorite apps being taken down, but all it took was a few more trendy dance moves and challenges that get people put in danger, and everyone started flocking back. Like moths to a flame. I guess the withdrawals were too much. But it only took TikTok a few years to become a staple of modern culture and secure its spot as the 5th most popular trending app as of the time of recording. But not everything is sunshine and rainbows because, what's that? The way the app is built is super predatory and preys on people's attention spans?
Isn't that like every social media app though?
Well, yeah, but this is its own breed of shitty. At least, well, it was until everyone started just copying them. But anyways, let me first explain how TikTok manipulates you into staying on the app, slowly deteriorating your attention span so you become dependent on short-form content with quick dopamine hits, and spend more and more time on the app. Your condition getting worse as you slowly eventually become super dependent on the app. You can't do basic things without having in the background. Yippee! So when you open TikTok, you're greeted with a random video. You don't choose what it is, but it comes up anyways. It's just kind of force-fed to you, but it's there now. But if you don't like that video, you can always just scroll to the next one, right? But if you don't like that video either, you can just keep scrolling until you find something you do like. And once you do that, you finally find that good video. All of a sudden, you're thinking, wow, that video was really good and funny. And you either check out everything from that creator, or you do what most people do, and you keep scrolling. You might like it or favorite it, but you keep scrolling. And you might say, but what's wrong with that? Well, it has to do with one word. Dopamine. I promise this is really important. It might help you in life and stuff. Now, a lot of people treat dopamine like that bad stuff you can't have too much of, or you'll turn into a fat ass like the people from WALL-E, but that's not true. Well, you actually do want a lot of dopamine, but not the way you think. You see, dopamine isn't actually the chemical that makes you feel good, though it is involved in the whole process. It's more the motivation chemical. Even if you didn't have any dopamine in your system, it's not like you wouldn't enjoy things, but you wouldn't be as motivated and driven to do it again. But dopamine isn't something you only get from doing things. Dopamine is something you have, like, all the time, regardless of what you're doing. This is your baseline. Think of it as a tank of gas almost, but if the driver is always going around places, they should probably have a full tank, right? But if that same driver barely uses their car and all of a sudden wants to go to the farmer's market and pick up some meat, oops, no gas. Fuck! Unlike a car, a person can't just choose one day to get more dopamine or gas or whatever and get it. That's not how it works. Your body decides that based on how hard the things you do are. So if everything you do is super easy, your baseline's gonna be stuck. It's gonna be shitty. And you'll feel less motivated to do pretty much anything. But when someone does something they like, they get a spike in dopamine. But the lower your baseline is, the lower your spikes as well. So overall, shit sucks. Okay, how do you get your baseline up? You do harder things. Now, how does this relate to TikTok of all things? Well, you see, the way TikTok works is something psychologists call a variable ratio reinforcement schedule. But to put into normal terms, imagine TikTok as a restaurant, but unlike the restaurant across the street, you don't actually get to see what the meal is before you eat it. Now, instead of something like California rolls in the drink, you get no name at all, or some crazy caption like hashtag trending, hashtag ABC, hashtag viral, before having a spoonful of turkey dick shoved in your mouth. And what this does to your dopamine is that most of the videos you get recommended aren't the worst thing ever, but it's just slop to keep you barely entertained. You're only gambling your time and being forced to sit through minutes, maybe even hours, finding something you like, resulting in a small spike of dopamine. Then, it's back to scrolling. Like I said, if there's something you already do for hours, there's a good chance your baseline dopamine is already shit. So, you're used to mindlessly sifting through a bunch of garbage just to find the one piece of content you actually enjoy, and you don't really feel that accomplished when you do it, because it's like 10 seconds long. Now, since the baseline dopamine is so low, you're probably used to this constant stimulation, right? Everything feels boring with a video in the background, regardless if it's
Okay.
regardless if it's good. You just need something, some slop in the background, just to keep you stimulated. Now, this sucks, like a lot. Gen Z and Gen Alpha are the two generations that grew up on this stuff, have the most record-breaking attention spans in recorded history. People struggle with doing simple tasks that 10 years ago weren't that hard for people our age to do. People can't do homework without being stimulated. People can't go to the movies. People can't watch long YouTube videos. Some people can't go that long without checking their phone. I mean every 2 minutes or so. I knew it was getting bad when I went to the bathroom at school and some dude was just peeing in the urinal, his meat in one hand and the other hand scrolling through TikTok. So, in order to get a glimpse into how many people use these apps, I asked around my socials, and here were the answers I got. The first person I asked gave me 11 hours and 7 minutes a week, which is about an hour and 35 minutes a day. The next were 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day, 9 hours a day, 3 to 4, and anywhere from 7 to 10 hours a day, which is weird because she then told me that she goes outside for 12. Did she go outside for 12, watch TikTok for 10 and sleep for 2? Or did she just scroll outside? Wait, does she sleep outside? No, this isn't just a rant. Well, actually kind of is, but I did promise I'd help. So how do you fix this? How do you unfuck your brain and get yourself motivated again? I have 2 methods, okay? Number 1, cold turkey. Delete TikTok. Don't touch YouTube Shorts. Don't have videos in the background. If you're doing an activity, give it 100%. If you're studying, study like your life depends on it. If you're running,
Think of a big black man chasing you!
and if you're gaming, no music, no video essay, play the damn game. Cut out junk food completely and eating only what's good for you and nothing else. Now the problem is this is efficient, but it sucks ass. So instead of cold turkey, we have, I don't know, hot turkey. With hot turkey, kind of a shit name. With hot turkey, don't stop watching short form content completely, but maybe limit yourself to like an hour or so a day. If you're thinking about just having a random video in the background, maybe swap that out for something that isn't slop, like a university lecture or something, or a creator you enjoy. Swap your brain rot with brain thought. Instead of scrolling endlessly, pick up a book you like. Finish that game that's been sitting in your backlog for ages, or go outside and touch some grass. I don't think short form content is the devil. I've seen some really great creators in these spaces, and I know some videos, like small little jokes someone comes up with, won't work as a long video. And I think there is a place for it, but I feel content creation in general is changing for the worst. Everyone these days wants to be a content creator, and I see why. It's a job where you literally do whatever you want, make whatever you want, and if you find success in it, you can be making anywhere from side hustle money to becoming a multi-millionaire. But at the same time, I feel too many people forget that this is supposed to be fun and a hobby before it's actually a job. Too many people take the shorts or TikTok route, seeing it as an easy shortcut. But even for the people who don't take into account that a short view or TikTok is worth so much less than a full video, since they didn't choose to watch your content. A majority of those views aren't consensual. Not to mention, these platforms don't pay a lot for this kind of content, leaving people to take 2 routes. Mass-produce slop content, uploading 10 to 50 videos every day, or constantly taking whatever ad they can, regardless of what they're sponsoring. I hate monopolies, and I won't deny that YouTube basically has one for creators. But I also won't deny that if you want to make long-form videos, there isn't a better option out there currently. I have no problem with TikTokers or YouTube Shorts creators. Like I said, there's a lot of them I really enjoy, but I can't deny that content creation in general is becoming more and more business focused, which I don't think is bad exactly. I mean, passion and profit can coexist. And with the way these apps are built, their algorithms recommending content that's supposed to be triggering damaging to people's mental states, millions of channels churning out whatever AI garbage they can for the sake of profit, and everything I mentioned in this video, it doesn't meet those conditions at all. It's not a good format, not good for content creators, the consumer, or people in general. I know these problems exist in other places. Trust me, I do. It's not just TikTok or Instagram Reels. My problem with this format specifically is that it's affecting people's memory, worsening their attention spans, pushing possibly sexual or predatory content on minors, and more. TikTok and their editing program CapCut have so many things in their user agreements nobody likes to talk about. This includes things like tracking you outside and inside the app, including your location, track everything you copy onto your device inside or outside the app, including passwords, credit card information, or really anything else you need. They collect data on your face, your thumbprint, everything you do to train AI models, and even what you type outside the app. This could be text, browser searches, banking information, personal information, literally anything and everything. Another thing they do on their editing software CapCut is that anything you make in it, they own, and they can use freely. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back and made me make this video, because I used CapCut up until the creation of this video. I used Shotcut until they deleted an entire video of mine due to the app crashing. I mean, it was kind of a shit video anyways, but they used to only charge me like $13.49 for the pro subscription, but then they started logging more and more and more behind it, including extracting audio. But then they raised the price to a whopping $30 while I was working on the video on ownership. Go watch it if you haven't. Well, I couldn't just not finish the video, so I bought the subscription on my phone, you know? Only to learn that their new basic membership was there, and so I quickly canceled that, but it was too late. I brought the pro membership, but I didn't know it made 2 separate accounts for my same TikTok account that automatically made my accounts and charged me for the basic membership from before $8. I tried to refund the basic membership, but it wouldn't pop up, and the pro membership was listed as a pending purchase, so there's a chance when I get paid, it takes $30 from me for a membership I didn't mean to buy and a subscription I never used. So I brought the pro membership on my other account, and it charged me $30. Yay. I guess to wrap this up, you know what's even funnier? Due to their policy, they own this video. This video, making fun of them. Now we would laugh at ByteDance. The video they made. They own it. They own a video making fun of exposing them. Now to close off, here's a video by performer Rick Astley. His biggest fan. Get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around, desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie. Hey,